Hello everyone, welcome to chapter 109 on my RLDR Custom Creations YouTube channel. Fooled you today. I bet you thought I'd be working on my medicine cabinet doors. Well, I am working on it right now, but I spent most of the day putting mud on in my hallway. So we're going to show you a little bit about that. So if you're interested, all you have to do is stay tuned. And it's Monday morning and Monday afternoon, and I'm doing my least favorite job. I'm sanding the ceiling where I filled the low spots or the divots, so you don't see the wave in the ceiling anymore, like I explained last video. A couple of things. First of all, at Rona, I found this hand sanding unit that you can hook a vacuum hose up to, and man, it works really good. I have it from the boss herself that this is really a good way to go because there's very little dust floating around, which is good. I have another shop vac, but I was concerned about this hose getting heavy, having to hold it up from the ground. Like, they only send about 6 feet of hose with this kit. But I have this thing that I built years ago, and yeah, it's for woodworking. It's got a little cyclone on it and probably isn't necessary for drywall dust, but I can turn it on. It's loud, but it works really good, and it seems to suck up all the dust. Didn't have the right connection to make the two together. This is a Home Depot hose, by the way, the accessory hose. And so I found my universal connector, and that's vapor barrier tape. So it works really good. So just to show you what I've been up to, this is just a little hallway, but man, oh man, the time it takes to get this right. I think after 2 coats now, I'm to the point where the overall level is good. Is it perfect? No. But I went and measured my other ceiling that I'd done years ago, and it's not perfect either. In fact, I think this one's better because I think I'm just older and fussier. But so I'm just going to show you kind of what I've done here. So, a little bit of dust. Okay, I hope, thankfully Sheila has a camera again today. That works good here. So I'm going to take my 6-foot level and place it down the center of the ceiling. And I don't know if you can see that on camera, but I am ecstatic with that. That, to me, that's good. And it does matter where you put this a little bit, but yeah, overall, overall, I am extremely happy with that. But as you can see, or I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera, but when you put mud on thick, there tends to be air bubbles and things like that in it. So here there's some air bubbles. And so now what I'm gonna do is I'll mix up my mud again, take a tray, and probably my 6-inch and 12-inch knife, and I'll go through and fix all the little holes, let it dry, then maybe give it a light sand tomorrow or the day after with 150 or 180 grit paper. I forget which sandpaper I have. And then this ceiling's gonna be done. Thank goodness. So I'll bring you back maybe when I'm doing a little bit of patching. We're gonna keep this video short today because they're getting too long lately. Well, this is about where I left you guys yesterday. I had shown you the straightness of the ceiling and I was quite happy with it. I had finished sanding it out, and I looked at it again a little bit this morning, and I need to get one little tray of mud and fill that little hole, and there's 2 other little places in the finished ceiling already But then that's done. So the next step on the ceiling here is to prime it. So what I'll do is I'll prime it, and then I'll take the light around again and make sure that the ceiling is good. And then it's ready for paint. Want to leave the doors and everything in as long as we can. This door is going to be changed from a bifold like it is now to just a regular opener. So I need to take this drywall off and the half jamb off, and make sure the door will fit in the opening. So that I'll probably tackle next week, and basically scuff up the walls and fix all the little imperfections and get them ready for paint. So yeah, this is all done too. And I am on a different project now. It's Wednesday afternoon, and the glass or the mirror for my medicine cabinet came, picked it up last week Thursday, and it's been in a safe location ever since. And these are actual templates, and I showed you how I made those and why I made those, because I think it's important that when you have things like that your people know what to do with them. So I've set this in here. This is just double side taped onto the back, onto the door panel. The hinges are installed, the doors are there. I'm just going to pull this piece out and kind of show you. Hopefully there's nothing embarrassing in the cabinet. Okay, so that's how far the glass will stick over. And on the bottom, we've got a fairly good, looks like about a ½ inch, that's where that glass is going to go. Now the other thing to check, and I've got these gaps here. To be honest, I just eyeballed it because I've worked with this stuff before, so I kind of know where things should be. But I'm just going to slip this other piece out. I have some old pieces of MDF just to make sure that the bottom is level. And then this is going to open just fine. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the hinges off with the panel on them, and I'm going to look carefully at the back of the door to make sure I get the glass exactly the same position on the door that this template is. So that's what the plan is for the rest of this afternoon. And then I want to get the place I got the glass from recommended putting it on with clear silicone. So I'm going to take a black foam tape and put it around the edges so that I get a nice looking border here. There will be a little bit of a black line, and then I'll fill the rest with silicone. And it looks, I think the way this is going to work is I'm going to need to set it down on the set the door on the back of the glass perfectly. No pressure, but we'll see how it works. Okay, so now I have to go out to the shop and get these mounted, get the mirror mounted onto the doors. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. And I'm just gluing the last mirror onto the door panel, and this is stressful. With this foam tape that I'm using, like the hinges actually stick out just past a little bit, so I didn't want the glass, sorry, I'm probably out of frame here, didn't want the glass to be resting on them, so I bought some of this heavy-duty foam tape, and man, oh man, is this stuff aggressive. Like if it touches, it's over. You just cut the whole section off and throw it away. This is sticky stuff. But what it means is you have to place the mirror perfectly. And that isn't as easy as it sounds. Now what my other two I managed to get pretty close. But I ended up having to put clamps on to push on the foam just a little bit, and I think they're good. I think the hinges will take up any little slack or any little misalignment that I've created here. But yeah, it's not a lot of fun. So I've got this black tape, and it is uber aggressive. And then I put lots of silicone in there. So they, when I went to the mirror place and asked them what kind of adhesive I should be using, they told me just use clear silicone. That is the best. So that is what I'm doing. Now, then again, this is flipping around and all kinds of stuff. So I wrote, this is the hinge side. So this is the last panel. This is the right side. So here's the bevel. And I want the bevel to the hinges. So what I need to do then is basically flip this over. And now you get to see me sweat. Okay, so I need the hinges. Okay, just a reminder. There you go. Okay, that is the edge. Okay, so now what I'm going to try to do is landmark one edge. And yeah, this stuff is ultra sticky. And then you have to go back and watch. Boy, this seems to work out quite nicely. It's maybe a little, oh yeah, see it moves too. This one's going to have to, oh, can I move it? Nope, I can't. So this one I'm going to have to clamp on that side as well. Okay, well, now you know kind of what this is like. I'm not going to show you how I clamp this all together. The silicone, I'm going to leave it set for about 24 hours. And, well, I decided to move the camera because at the end of that other video, I just chopped off and edited that out. Yeah, what I was saying is I have a little bit of clamping to do here yet. It's a 1/16 of an inch. That's all it is. So I'm quite happy with the placement. This really scared me. This was scary. And it's all because I wanted to make sure these hinges weren't touching the mirror. And I wanted this little black line in there. So I think hopefully we're going to be successful. So anyway, this is, once I get these doors on, the medicine cabinet part of the build bathroom renovation is done. And then I'm going to start on the towel cabinet that my wife wants. So that's something I'll probably start next week, but it'll probably take me a month or so or longer to do it. So I have to make a door, I have to put a pull on it. There's a lot of detail in it, but it's just a small little cabinet. So I'll do the best I can, and hopefully by then maybe we can time it so that the hallway renovation and the bathroom renovation are 100% complete when the hall is done. So that's the goal. Anyway, that brings this video to an end. Kind of a strange one, a little bit of drywall stuff and a little bit of mirror stuff. But remember, I show what I do each day, and this was a couple of days that I did this. I've also got another project on the go in the shop here because I have students coming in next week, and my shop is a disaster. So some of the stuff in here, like the cabinetry, has to go. So I'll change that around, and we'll work on that. So anyway, this is Wednesday, so have a great rest of the week. We'll see you on the weekend again. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.